I'm going to give you all permission right now to tell lies. Thankfully, we rarely see healthcare workers trying to orient patients to reality anymore. Most people recognize the need to live in the reality of the dementia patient. Don't make the lady asking when her husband's coming to visit relive his death from 30 years ago. Tell her he phoned ahead and you have a table ready for her to start without him. Don't tell the 80-year-old man that the 60-year-old visiting isn't his father, but actually is his son. And don't tell the chap who thinks he's the CEO that he's actually a patient. But I think it goes beyond just going along with whatever time or place that they think they're in. What do you do when someone is confused about something where going along with their reality can really, really hurt them? There's a 92-year-old who lived in a nursing home where I was the administrator years ago. Everyone called her Coach. She's a real character, hilarious lady. Um, Mostly pretty with it. Every now and then, episodic confusion. And every few weeks, she'd get really confused about food. For some reason, she would get convinced that eating anything would kill her. And she'd get more agitated, more fearful, and more upset as she got hungrier. She'd say, "Please tell me when it's safe to eat. I'm so hungry." But no matter what any of the nurses or doctors told her, she wouldn't believe them. She would only believe the head doctor. That would be me. I'm not a doctor, not a nurse, not remotely qualified in any clinical discipline whatsoever, just an administrator and an ops guy. So every few weeks, Heather, the director of nursing, would come and get me and tell me it was time. I would put on a lab coat and a stethoscope, and I would write her a prescription. Please don't send me to jail for this. A prescription for a hot dog. Coach loved hot dogs. I would assure her that her prescription hot dogs were perfectly safe for her to eat, and she'd say, "Well, as long as the head doctor said so, then it must be okay." She'd wheel over to the service window at the kitchen and have her prescription filled for one of those special medical hot dogs. I wasn't just living in her reality, though. I was creating a character and treatment within it. Now, it may be we can argue the ethics of lying to Coach. I think she knew deep down what reality was. Most of the time, she certainly did. But pretending to be a doctor who wrote prescriptions for hot dogs kept her calm and kept her safe. We used to call it therapeutic fibbing. If you're reducing harm and nothing else works, if you're doing everything in your power to maintain the person's dignity and treating them with respect, if you're working within the reality that that confused person is living in, go ahead and lie. I'll give you permission. If you like, I can even write you a prescription to fib therapeutically.